everyone, my name is Vinny, and this is a test to see if the camera and microphone are working, and I think they are.
Okay.
What time is it? Okay, this is my ting. My name is Vinny, and I will be doing story time for today.
Yay.
We're going to be reading 3 books. My mother is weird. It's okay to be different. And a day in the life of Marlon Bundo.
Okay.
My mother is weird. My mother is so weird. Some mornings, when she wakes up, she has horns on her head and long, pointy teeth. She speaks in a voice like a jackhammer. But after her morning coffee, Mom's horns disappear and her teeth and claws shrink back to normal. She speaks in a soft, smooth voice, like this. One morning, the toilet plugged up, the lid fell off my toy box, and we ran out of coffee. My mother snapped and growled. The horns grew bigger and bigger. Her eyes were red, and her teeth and claws were enormous. When the horns weren't gone by mid-morning, I yelled, "I'm leaving!" But I yelled quietly, when my mother was using the blender. I packed my backpack, and as soon as my mother went into the bathroom, I shouted, "I'm going to Maria's house." "All right," my mother growled, so I left.
That's weird.
Fixing the toilet. Maria's mother is always nice. She never yells, she speaks in a honey voice, and she smells pretty. I rang Maria's doorbell. Maria opened the door. "Hi," I said. "Can I play with you?" "Sure," said Maria. "Come on in." She looked quickly over her shoulder. "But we have to be quiet." This is weird, I thought. Maria's mother never minds having anyone over. She never minds how much noise we make. Just then, Maria's mother came out of the kitchen. I stared. Maria's mother had horns and claws and pointy teeth. She also had hair growing out of her ears. Ew! That's disgusting. "What's going on?" I whispered. Maria said, "She gets like this sometimes. My baby brother was up 6 times last night. But don't worry, she's not too bad if we stay out of her way." We stayed out of her way. Whew. At lunchtime, Maria said, "Please stay for lunch." So I stayed. I didn't eat a lot. When we finished, I said very politely, "Thank you for the lovely lunch." Maria's mother said, "You're welcome," but the horns were still there, and the claws and pointy teeth, and the hair growing out of her ears. I put on my backpack and said goodbye to Maria. I ran across the backyard into the house. My mother was banging and rattling tools as she fixed my toy box. The horns were still there. I ran up to her and gave her a big hug. "I love you," I said. Then a strange thing happened. The horns disappeared, and the claws and the teeth shrank back to normal. And all without coffee. "I love you too," said Mom, hugging me. I know sometimes my mother is weird, but most of the time she isn't. But at least she never has hair growing out of her ears. The end. Is that a good book?
Yeah.
We're going to do the next now.
Yeah.
It's okay to be different. It's okay to be missing a tooth. Or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
It's okay to need some help. It's okay to have a different nose. It's okay to be a different color. It's okay to have no hair. It's okay to have big ears. It's okay to have wheels.
Yeah.
It's okay to be small, medium, large, or extra large. It's okay to wear glasses. It's okay to talk about your feelings. Roar! It's okay to eat macaroni and cheese in the bathtub. It's okay to say no to bad things. It's okay to come from a different place. It's okay to be embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to come in last, and it's okay to dance by yourself. It's okay to have a pet worm, and it's okay to be proud of yourself. It's okay to have different moms. It's okay to have different dads. It's okay to be adopted. It's okay to have an invisible friend. It's okay to do something nice for someone. It's okay to lose your mittens. It's okay to get mad. It's okay to do something nice for yourself, and it's okay to help a squirrel collect nuts. It's okay to have different kinds of friends, but it's not okay to rip pages out of a book. Is that a good book? Okay, the last one is called A Day in the Life of Marlon Bundo, one of our favorite books. Hello, my name is Marlon Bundo, and I am a bunny. I live with my mom, grandma, and grandpa in an old stuffy house on the grounds of the U.S. Naval Observatory. Ugh. That's because my grandpa is the vice president. His name is Mike Pence. But this story isn't going to be about him because he isn't very fun. This story is about me because I'm very, very fun. This is the story of my very special day. My very special day started out like every other day. I woke up alone, then I ate a fine bunny breakfast all alone, while I watched the news all alone. You see, sometimes old stuffy houses are always lonely. After breakfast, I hopped to the garden to look at the flowers and say, "Hello down there to the bugs. Hello, Phil. Hello, Dennis." That's when I saw him. He was the big, fluffy bunny with the floppiest floppy ears and the bushiest bushy tail. He was bunny beautiful. I was standing still, but being near him made me feel like my heart was still hopping. "My name is Marlon," I said, "but my family calls me Botus. It's short for Bunny of the United States. It's a long story. My name is Wesley, and my family calls me Wesley," said Wesley. Wesley and I hopped together all around the garden. We hopped over daisies. We hopped over tiny carrots that weren't ready to grow up and be lunches yet. We hopped over Phil and Dennis. Once we had hopped through every part of the garden, we didn't want to stop hopping, so we hopped right inside the old stuffy house. We hopped up and down the creaky stairs and made beautiful creaky stair music together. We hopped through the kitchen and maybe left a few bunny prints. We hopped through the very boring meeting with very boring people. It was a very good hop. It was the best hop. And I realized something. When I hopped with Wesley, my old stuffy house didn't feel lonely anymore. At the end of our hop, I said, "Wesley, I don't want to hop without you ever again." And Wesley said, "That's funny, because I never want to hop without you ever again, Marlon Bundo." And we both said, "We'll get married and hop together forever." "Hello, everyone," we said to all the animals in the garden. "Hello, Phil and Dennis the bugs. Hello, Pumpernickel, who is a badger, and Scooter, who is a turtle, and Dill Prickle, who is a hedgehog, and Mr. Paws, who is a very good dog. Hello, all of you. We are getting married so we can hop together forever." "Hooray," said Phil and Dennis the bugs, and Pumpernickel, who is a badger, and Scooter, who is a turtle, and Dill Prickle, who is a hedgehog, and Mr. Paws, who is a very good dog. "Hooray," said all our friends, because that is what friends say. "Wait!" said a scary voice.
Wait!
"You can't get married!" We looked around and saw that the scary voice was coming from the stink bug. Let me tell you a little bit about the stink bug. The stink bug was in charge. He was important. None of the other animals could quite work out why he was in charge or how he was important, but he was. And that meant he made the rules. That meant all the animals listened to him, even though he was, and this is true, very stinky. "Boy bunnies don't marry boy bunnies," said the stink bug. "Boy bunnies have to marry girl bunnies." "But this is the bunny I love," said Wesley. "And this is the bunny I love," said Marlon Bundo. Just being next to Wesley made me feel a little braver. Too bad, said the stink bug. I'm the stinkiest and I'm important. I'm the stinkiest and I'm in charge. Boy bunnies marry girl bunnies marry boy bunnies. This is the way it has always been. You are different, and different is bad. The other animals whispered nervously among themselves. Pumpernickel, who was a badger, came forward. I'm different too, he said. I eat my sandwich's crust first. I'm different too, said Dill Prickle, who was a hedgehog. I read the ends of the books before I read the beginnings, just to make sure they're not too sad for me. I'm different too, said Mr. Paws, who's a very good dog. Sometimes I sniff butts and I don't know why. Everyone is different, and different is not bad, said Scooter, who's a turtle. Different is special. Wait, said Mr. Paws, who is a very good dog and also a very smart dog. Wait a minute. We get to decide who is in charge. We get to decide who is important. We can vote. And on this very special day, all the animals voted on who they wanted to have in charge. They chose not the stink bug! Hooray, said Marlon Bundo. Hooray, said Wesley. Hooray, said all of our friends, because that is what friends say. No! Boomed the stink bug. Boy bunnies can't marry boy bunnies. You are not in charge! So Wesley and I got married. We had 2 handsome groom otters named Muffins and Cubby, and a flower mouse named Hiccup. We ate and drank and danced the hokey pokey. Dill Prickle was especially good. And the ceremony was performed by a cat named Pajama, who brought her wife as her date. After we ate and drank and danced, we went home, together. We have to get some sleep, Marlon. Tomorrow we will leave on our bunny moon, because it doesn't matter if you love a girl bunny or a boy bunny, or eat your sandwich backward or forward. Stink bugs are temporary. Love is forever.